In this video, I'm going to walk you through the process of migrating your domain into the system. So what we're going to do is navigate over to Setup over here on the bottom left-hand side, and then we're going to go to Domains. And then we're going to go ahead and add our first domain by simply clicking Add Your First Domain. What we're then going to do is input our name of the domain that we have already purchased from a domain registrar like GoDaddy or Namecheap. So I'm going to go ahead and put in mine, and it's gapstack.xyz. And then we're going to go ahead and hit continue. So that is then going to check my domain and verify it and do all of those lovely things in the background so that when it's checked our domain and it's ready to go, we can then go ahead and move that domain into the system. So you'll see it's given us a list of steps that we need to complete. The first thing is to log into our GoDaddy account or your name registrar account. The system has picked up that my domain is linked with GoDaddy, so that is why it's given me the link directly to my GoDaddy account. So yours is going to show the relevant domain registrar. It's then going to tell you to find the settings for that domain, and then it's going to tell you to find the name servers for this domain and what they look like. And then we're going to change the name servers with these domain servers. So what we're going to do is navigate over to our GoDaddy account. So I'm going to navigate over to GoDaddy, and I've already got the settings for this domain pulled up. And now one thing that we are going to want to do before we do anything else is grab a screenshot of our domain settings. So all of these DNS records, we want to go ahead and grab a screenshot of them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to grab a screenshot. And now I've got those saved away somewhere safe so that I can check those records against any records that get imported into the system, just in case any records are missing when they do get imported. Now, when we import your domain over to the system, we import all of the records as they are, but there might be a couple records that are private that we cannot access that might need to be imported manually, but I will show you how to do that as well. So once we have grabbed that screenshot of our domain records and we know that we now have a safe record of them, we're then going to go ahead and find our name servers. So in GoDaddy, it's up here. You'll just click on name servers, and that's going to show these name servers. Now, what we want to do is change these name servers. And to do that, all we do is click change name servers. It's then going to ask us if we would like to edit our name servers, if we want to use our GoDaddy name servers, or if we want to use our own. We want to go ahead and use our own name servers. And then what we're going to do is go back to the system and copy and paste those two name servers into these corresponding spaces. So let's go ahead and navigate back to the system. And I'm going to come here to name server 1, and I'm going to go ahead and copy that to my clipboard. I'm going to navigate back to GoDaddy, and I'm going to paste that in there. I'm then going to navigate back to the system, copy my second name server over here, navigate back to GoDaddy, paste that in there, and I'm going to hit save. It's then going to give us this warning that tells us by clicking continue, you consent to updating your name servers for the selected domains. And changing this is risky and could potentially lead to your website disappearing from public view. Now, this is just a warning saying that essentially GoDaddy doesn't want to relinquish control over this domain. But we know what we're doing, and this is safe to do. So what we're doing is moving all of your records from GoDaddy onto our system. So that's all that's happening here. Nothing is going to break. So we're just going to say continue. And there we go. Now that is ready to be moved across to our system. So let's navigate back to our system. And now that we have done that, we can say I've replaced my name servers. We can go ahead and click that blue button. And then you'll see that this status is set into a checking status. And what that means is that our domain is now currently being moved across. They're moving over all of our DNS records. And this could take anywhere between an hour to 24 hours to complete. So I'm going to pause this video and come back when that is all ready to go. All right, and I've given it some time, and you'll see that that status has now changed to connected. And I can then go ahead and click in here and compare the DNS records that have been imported with the screenshot of the DNS records that I took previously. Now, if there are any DNS records that are missing, you might need to manually add them to the system. To do that, you'll simply click Add DNS Record, select the record that is missing. So let's say it's an A-type record. You then fill in the information that you need and hit Save. So that is how you can migrate your domain across to the system. The next thing that we are going to do is set up our email client. So that's what we're going to do in the next video. Now, if at any point you get stuck or lost or things just aren't working, please do reach out out to our support team. They will be happy to help you with any problems you are facing with your domains. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to set up your email client in the system. I'll see you there.